What's up, guys? Welcome to YDRK Sports Talk.
I'm Yoseph.
And I'm Rami.
Today we're going to be discussing Jose Mourinho's comments on Eden Hazard, but also in the grand scheme of things, should managers and coaches go to the media with their complaints about players and players complaining about other players?
So just to give a little background on what happened, earlier today, Jose Mourinho, Chelsea's manager, criticized Eden Hazard's...
He blasted him.
He blasted him a little
He blamed him for a goal.
For his effort defensively against Chelsea's Champions League second leg match with Atletico Madrid, and this was on Wednesday, but the comments came out this morning.
Mm-hmm. And I don't like that. I don't like players going to the media, managers going to the media, anonymous sources. I'm not a fan of any of that because to me, what's the Jose Mourinho and Eden Hazard? They both want the same team.
No,
they both want the same goal.
To be fair, Mourinho's response was to Eden Hazard's
That's what I'm saying.
comments.
It's not just managers to players or players to managers. It's both of them are perpetrators of this. Everyone on the team wants the same goal. They all want to win. I don't think going to the media with your complaints is going to help your team win. And if anything, it alienates.
Well, obviously, Hazard was frustrated. I mean, he said it himself that oftentimes he's asked to do a lot by himself, and that this was a complicated game.
Mm-hmm.
So he criticized Jose Mourinho's tactical setup a little bit.
I agree, and that comment is a little more indirect than Jose Mourinho's, but still, I'm not a fan of it. If Eden Hazard has a problem with that, he should go to the coach with that. I think everyone who's important knows the truth. Like for Jose Mourinho, if he's worried about the owner or whatever blaming Jose Mourinho for that goal, I think the owner knows that it was Eden Hazard who didn't get back. I don't think that he needs to justify himself to the media. He just needs to justify himself to the owner. So I don't think that that's the most effective way.
I think that it can be a tactical method that the managers can employ if you criticize a player. Like Mourinho said that this isn't he's constantly been imploring Hazard to increase his defensive effort since day one, basically. He said, I quote, "I speak all season and I try to improve him all season," referring to Hazard. So, and like Mourinho, it could be a little tactical, because if he's been doing this all year, and we see the culmination, we're at the end of the year. So Jose Mourinho took it a step further, and in addition, it was his response to Hazard. But besides that, he also took it a step further and publicly put Hazard in the media's eyes. So now Hazard knows that others are going to now hold him to this higher expectation.
Even when we're listening to the commentary of that game, the announcer immediately says Hazard failed his defensive duties to allow that Madrid goal that Mourinho is referencing. So I don't think that Mourinho needed to say that, and we know, I'm not trying to defend Hazard as some saint because he obviously has some character issues. He's young, he has his issues, probably not the most coachable player, but still I don't think going to the media is the best option. Even if it's the last option, I don't think you should do it, and it just shows the woes within Chelsea. They haven't been able to, I mean, going to the semifinals is nice, but they obviously had higher dreams, and now they're pretty much eliminated.
To be fair, they lost Peter Cech. So
they lost Peter Cech, and now they're pretty much eliminated from Premier League.
Contention, yeah.
Granted, there's not a collapse by Liverpool and Man City. So I understand the frustrations, but I don't think going to the media, because now what are there talks of Hazard being sold or transferred? And it just alienates. It causes the teammates hear that and they're like, "Wow, should we blame Hazard for that? Should we not blame Hazard for that?" Like, I don't think it brings the team together. I think it does.
But as a teammate, wouldn't you want Hazard to take responsibility for this? I mean, he goes out and says that I'm expected to do a lot. It's kind of, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think Mourinho understands that Hazard is a little selfish.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's what I'm saying.
Or his comments at least sounded.
I think everyone
important
selfish to Chelsea knows the truth. I think the players know the truth. The owner knows the truth. The Mourinho knows the truth. All the coaches, they know the truth about Hazard's dedication and what he will and will not do. And I don't think that talking to the media is going to help their team win. I'm sure all the players know that Hazard should have done that, but they don't need to go to the media and tell the media, oh, Hazard should have done that. That just makes Hazard feel more alienated. And I don't know, like the same thing applies with, it goes across all sports. It's always debated, when do you go to the media with your complaints? And I don't see any benefits coming out of going to the media. Even with Roy Hibbert with the Pacers saying people are getting too selfish, he probably had good intentions with that, but obviously that hasn't helped. Things have actually gotten worse since he said that.
Basically.
So I think it just, when you start to point fingers, then it starts to get more heated inside of the room, and people feel less like a team.
I understand your point that their intentions are usually good, but I have trouble, like, Jose Mourinho is a decorated manager.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the top names in the game. So him going out and doing this to teach a young player a lesson, possibly, I'm not going to criticize him for it.
I understand your point, and I guess we just have to agree to disagree on that.
I guess so. And that's going to wrap it up for us. Please follow us on Twitter at YDRK Sports Talk.
Thanks for listening.